I don't know if you've had an opportunity to get up to the start so far this week, Tom, but it is well worth the trip, isn't it? To walk up the tow path and see what's going on there. So we can see the close-up there as they power away on the Berkshire station. We've got Agecroft, and on the Buck station we've got Thames Rowing Club. And looks like they're getting quite close together, those fours, early on in this race. You know, they're in good nick, they're in good shape as they head out of Temple Island. That's the example of just how gun barrel straight this course is. You can see all the way down the course, and it's a very tight start. Both teams getting out nicely. Thames Rowing Club nearest the camera there in the yellow boat, and Agecroft in the white boat. That's a good sharp start from both boats, but that shot all the way down the course. That's hot weights from the 2,112 metres of water stretching out for them. And they're getting into their rhythm early here. It's a good early start from both boats. Thames Rowing Club just creeping into a quarter-length lead.
Yeah, Agecroft needs to try and hold them up here. I think Thames are one of the home favourites of this competition, and Agecroft will have had one tactic, and that's to try and rattle Thames in the early stages, because in these eights, these boats get up to speed quite slowly, but when they are up to speed, they're pretty hard to slow down, and Agecroft will want to try and capture as much momentum as they possibly can in these opening exchanges. But like you say, Tim, I think this is a battle of attrition so far, and Thames just starting to stretch out stroke by stroke. See there, Patrick Torrens in the stroke seat. He was a finalist in this competition last year. He'll be desperate to take this title. Had a little look over on his right-hand side and just checking that he's moving away seat by seat.
So Thames taking that early lead, as they did yesterday from the first few strokes, and were untroubled thereafter against Bristol. There's the blades. They can have a really good look at their work, how neat and tidy they are into the water. Thames well organised, and as Tom says, that looks ominous already, doesn't it, the way this race is shaping up for Agecroft.
It does. They have an extraordinary racing mentality, actually, Thames. They just turn up and they hard to beat, always hard to beat. And you can see here, relentless rhythm. It's almost like a machine just moving away. I've used the word attrition, but it's so true. Just slow movements, nothing dramatic, nothing silly. They're just creeping away from Agecroft.
Agecroft on the Berkshire station. They stormed off to an early lead yesterday. They were on the Buck station yesterday, they're on the Berk station today. But they established an early commanding lead. So a very different situation they find themselves in early on in this race against Thames Rowing Club. Already a couple of lengths down. A long way to go for them, a long way to go in this race, but you can see the cops there from Thames, Matthew Moran all the way through the boat, Ben Thompson in the bow seat, through to Patrick Torrens in the stroke seat there. Torrens and Matthew Moran. The cocks, they'll be very pleased. A little glance over the left shoulder from Matthew Moran to see where the boat is. A couple of times there, he's trying to see where the opposition are. Agecroft, he has to turn quite a long way around. Quite a big rotation there to see where Agecroft is in these early stages.
Yeah, that's exactly where Thames will want to be. They've moved away, they've established clear water. As I say, that relentless rhythm is paying dividends. Agecroft, they've had a really good regatta, it has to be said. And this is only day 2 of the Thames Challenge Cup for Club 8s, but they had 3 8s in the main draw. They had a crew in the Wargrave for Women's Club 8s, and they're a club on the rise for sure, but at the moment, no answers for Thames, who just continue to impress here at Henley Royal Regatta. They really do bring the best to bear. They won 3 of the 4 club events at Henley Royal last year, and certainly favourites for the Thames Challenge Cup this year as well.
There at Thames, doing their work very efficiently at this stage. Lost to Knowlesy in the final of this event last year. I want to go one better, as Tom rightly says. Such a good reputation, such a good record in the Thames recently. Club men's 8s, it's the one below the ladies' challenge plate standard. Club crews. But Thames won this one a couple of years ago. Knowlesy won it last time round, so we could have a good clash again. But Agecroft, first of all, need to be dispatched, and at the moment Thames are seeing Agecroft off. A few grimaces in that Agecroft boat. Elizabeth Bramwell, the Agecroft Cox, trying to cajole her boat along, but looking a little bit ominous. stretching away, Thames Rowing Club. It's a day for real professionalism, isn't it? Shutting out all these adverse conditions. Well, adverse on the bank and adverse with all the logistics of sorting the boat out to get it to the start line. Once you're on the water and doing what they do, Tom, it's surely not too much of a problem for them. It's we're talking about the drizzle and the rain. It's hardly raining at all now, is it? In fact, it's pretty much stopped, I think. So we're absolutely fine, and I think we're going to get some sunshine by lunchtime. So lots of pre-race chat about the conditions, but really not a drama on the water.
No, not at all. I saw a 2:59 to the Forley come up on the marker, and you can see there on the right-hand side of the screen the time it took for the crews to get to the Forley marker, and that's pretty fast. So actually the conditions are very reasonable out there, although as you pointed out, Tim, it's going to be a struggle to have a pint of Pimm's in the stewards this morning. It's not going to be a problem for these crews to navigate their way down the course.
In front of stewards now, Thames Rowing Club with a few more strokes to go until they get over the finish line and into the next round of the Thames Challenge Cup. Business as usual for them. Impressive win. They won by 4 1/4 lengths against Bristol yesterday, and today, well, it'll be a dissimilar story. Over the line they go, having dropped the rate off, and actually the finish margin doesn't really reflect the race. Very comfortable for Thames Rowing Club. Agecroft, well, they gave it a go and they've had a good regatta, but that brings an end to their challenge in the Thames.